I'm going to do my very best not to turn this into one of those cringe manifestation, motivation videos, and instead aim to give you some absolute bulletproof, practical tools that you can use to achieve what you want to achieve in your trading and in your life, and have whatever it is you want to have. A few years ago, I wrote and formalized what I call my 7-year master plan. And the master plan outlines every single thing that I want to achieve and accomplish in all areas of my life. In trading, in business, in my personal finance and investments, in my health and physical body, with my lifestyle, with my relationships, with my friendships, with my social influence and the influence I want to have through YouTube, and even my own, I guess, in a sense, spiritual mission, what makes me most fulfilled. And I wrote out a master plan and goals in all of those areas of life. And I figured out, all right, when I die and when my time's up, how do I want to be in those areas of life? How do I want to be perceived by others? And what do I want to leave in those areas of life? And then I figured that out, and then I chunked it down from that bigger idea, that bigger vision, into smaller goals, 10-year goal, 5-year goal, 3-year goal. And then I got really practical. And I said, okay, what do I want to achieve at the end of the year? And then within that year, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, within each of those quarters, what do I want to achieve at the end of each month? And then what do I need to do every day and every week to accomplish those monthly goals? And after I got clear on the vision, I could reverse engineer the process to figure out what is it I need to do every single day to move myself closer to achieving and, in a sense, manifesting what it is I want to manifest in my life. And a few years into the master plan, and every single thing that I've written down up until this point has come true. And I have bigger and more audacious goals for the next few years, and I'm going to expand those and continue to expand on it. Because I really do believe that if you get clear on what you want and you get clear on the strategy that will help you achieve that, then the world's your oyster. You can have what you want to have. Now, there are certain things and certain principles you need to abide by in order to achieve with a high strike rate and high probability what it is you want to achieve. Now, the first and most important thing is what I just outlined. You need to have that bigger vision, and I'm a big believer that you need to be working backwards. You need to figure out where you want to get to, and then what are the specific action steps that will help you get there. Let's say, for example, you want to be a consistently profitable trader managing $10 million worth of capital. Great, that's a great goal, audacious goal. It'll stretch you, it'll push you, it'll help you evolve as a human being if you're a trader managing $10 million. So what is it you need to do to be able to reverse engineer that goal and get there? Well, let's chunk it down. What would it take you to get to $1 million in capital? Well, $1 million in capital is $100,000 funded account, for example. Okay, what would it take you to get one funded account? Just one. Okay, well, what you need to have is a clear edge outlined in a mechanical trading plan so you can make your trading processes mechanical and replicable and repeatable. And then you need to manage fear and greed so that you can stick to that mechanical trading plan. And then you need to pass one funded account and then go for another and then go for another. And really, it's that process repeated over and over that will help you get your first 10 $100,000 accounts, which you have $1 million in funding. And then what I typically see with traders who get over that $1 million point and start pushing for higher figures is that they start to have more challenges with their psychology, and the greater amounts of capital bring to surface new greeds and new fears that they start to have to work through. So even before that point, you're going to start to resurface parts of yourself where you're an extreme winner or an extreme loser, and it's going to bring to surface some stuff logged in your subconscious mind that you have to work through and you have to resolve. So going from 10 to 100,000, 100,000 to $1 million, million to 10 million, the action steps that you follow are quite simple and quite repeatable, but there are certain things that you need to do with your psychology and certain things you need to work through and resolve to ensure that you can manage the pressure of scaling to that great amount of capital. But there are specific action steps that you can follow that will help you get there. So my point being is figure out what goal you want to accomplish and then chunk it down into the specific action steps. And then all you focus on every day is working through the specific action steps. And it's the small, consistent execution on those high priority actions that ultimately leads to achieving and manifesting great things in your life. Now, the second principle is you want to make sure you're setting goals that are congruent with you and are truly important. You know, if your life demonstrates that you have a high importance and a high value on your business and your work and your job and your finances and your trading, then going off and setting a goal that you want to be a professional chef, there's a incongruency there. And no matter how much of a fantasy you have around being a professional chef, if your life doesn't demonstrate that it's important to you, then you're not going to follow through. You're going to set a little fantasy, and then you're going to realize when there's another side to that so-called goal, which is actually a fantasy, you're going to give up because you don't want to deal with the pains in pursuit of that fantasy. So you have to make sure that the goals you set are congruent with what your life demonstrates is important to you. And that's not difficult to do. Just have a look at what your life demonstrates, your actions show. For example, you may be dedicated to raising your family, or you may be dedicated to going to work and generating income, or you may be dedicated to your trading, or you may be dedicated to your health and fitness. You want to make sure the goals you set are congruent and linked with that. And then once you're clear on your vision and your mission and all those areas of life, and you've chunked it down, and you've gotten clear on the highest priority action steps that you can do today to move you one step closer, then what I want you to do is I want you to put it in a Notion document or write it in a notebook or whatever, and call that your master plan, your plan for life, or whatever you want to call it. And then I want you to read that every single day, every morning, when you get up, have a cup of coffee or whatever, and read that master plan, and just cross-reference the action steps you're going to do that day with the master plan. And ask yourself, is what I'm doing today, have I set the highest priority actions to help me move closer to this overall master plan? Because if you're not doing the action steps daily, you're not going to make progress towards that master plan. And then all these goals you set, you're going to not achieve, and then you're going to beat yourself up thinking there's something wrong with you, where the truth is there's nothing wrong with you. You just haven't set the high priority action steps that move you closer to your goals. So then once you've written that master plan and you get clear on it, you put it in that document, you see the vision for the next 10, 20, 30 years, you've chunked it down into the smaller components, and then you get clear on the highest priority action steps. You cross-reference those every day, and you make sure you're chipping away on it at least every day. At least every day you want to do a little bit. And that morning, after you read your master plan, you also want to write down some things you've had the opportunity to do and some gratitudes as well. So you can stay in a state of abundance, and you can recognize that you're not pursuing your mission out of a state of lack, you're pursuing it out of a state of abundance, and you already have an enormous amount of opportunities and resources and all those components, and you're reminding yourself of what those are daily. So you do your gratitudes every morning, and then you go in there and you review your master plan, and most importantly, you review the action steps that are going to move you closer to your goals, and then you get on with your day and you execute at least a few of those action steps. Now, you may be thinking that building such a big master plan is overwhelming right now. You don't have clarity on each of the components, and that's fine. You don't have to have clarity on everything. Just write down what you can be certain in right now, get clear on what that is, and then give yourself permission for the rest of the pieces of the puzzle to fall together, and the rest of the pieces of the puzzle to come together. Because you may not be clear on everything, but if you write down right now what you can be certain in, and you start executing on that, and you start building momentum towards that, the pieces of the puzzle will fall together, and you'll get more and more clarity of what you would love your life to look like over time. But don't put pressure on yourself for it all to come together now. Let the pieces of the puzzle to come together naturally.